Hi Taurus, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me on the Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Taurus for this upcoming week. Today is Monday, July 27th, 2020. This is a general reading, and that means that it can apply to just about anything, relationships or otherwise. Also, remember to be flexible with the energy. Don't be overly concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. You can mix and match the roles within the reading. That means that you may be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards. This also means that you may feel like I'm reading for you, but you could feel like you're cross-watching as well. Parts of the reading may resonate, Taurus, other parts may not. I hope that by the time you finish watching this, you feel like it was beneficial to you in some way. That's my intention. We're going to get started here after a couple more shuffles. If you want more specific information regarding my channel and my readings, please check out the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started. For those of you new or unfamiliar to my channel, first of all, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. And behind me is Carmilla. She is a green-cheeked conure, and she is my son's bird. She likes to hang out during my readings. Okay, let's get started, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. We have the Hangman, Three of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Death in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse, and then we have Temperance in reverse. So Taurus, I feel like you might feel stuck right now. You might feel stuck in a situation that feels uncomfortable. You might feel like you can't defend yourself, or you're unable to make a change or make a decision to get out of this uncomfortable situation. Feels like it could pertain to a group of people, group dynamic, possibly family situation. I think there's a Queen of Wands in reverse energy. This does not feel like your energy, but it could be. You decide if this reading resonates for you. You'll decide who you are in the reading. This Queen of Wands feels a little imbalanced, if I'm being honest. And by imbalanced, I feel like she is a difficult individual to be around. She feels pushy, opinionated. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is a difficult individual to get along with because they need to have things their way. They have difficulty seeing other people's perspectives. They have difficulties accepting other people's opinions. Very one-sided. Somebody who may think that they're always right, that they have all the answers. And I feel like you're dealing with this person, Taurus, and it's an uncomfortable situation because for whatever reason it feels like you might be stuck or feel like you're stuck in a situation. Could be a family dynamic, could be a group of friends, but I feel like you're surrounded by other people and this is an uncomfortable situation, and probably at least partly because of this Queen of Wands individual. Let's get some more cards on the table, Taurus, and see what else we get. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups, we have the Magician in reverse, clarifying this Queen of Wands, and then we have the Six of Wands. So we have a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups on the table also. The Queen of Cups is somebody who's very compassionate and loving, somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who has a lot to offer in the area of emotional support, emotional connection, somebody who can be a very passionate, intimate partner, somebody who's a very loving and loyal family member or friend. She has a lot to offer, again, in the area of an emotional connection. She expects that in return as well. In other words, she doesn't give away, that kind of energy into a relationship for free. She does expect that in return. And we have a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Not able to tell yet if this is a third energy, but I feel like this Queen of Cups is definitely somebody separate from this Queen of Wands. Since this reading seems to be indicating a group dynamic, family dynamic, there definitely is a sense that you're dealing with more than just one other person. I'm inclined to think this Queen of Pentacles could be somebody different. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can have a few different meanings. This can be somebody who's overly smothering, somebody who is up in other people's business, offers advice when it's not requested or warranted. This is somebody who could be a little bit egocentric or self-centered, somebody who's a little selfish in nature, somebody who's not very compassionate, not very loyal, not a very good friend. This could be somebody who's a little bit mean, somebody who's maybe gossipy, talks behind other people's backs. This could, though, also indicate somebody who's in the need of self-care, who is feeling insecure, is feeling incapable, may feel like she is not receiving in return what she offers within a connection or relationship. This could indicate somebody who's removed from a situation. For the purpose of stepping away from a connection where she feels like she's not getting what she needs in return, for example. So let's get some more cards out on the table and see what else we get for Taurus. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords again, this time in the upright position, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's conflict within this group dynamic. Could be fighting, Could be arguments. I get the feeling, Taurus, like you could feel like you're in the middle of something. Maybe you're in the middle of an argument within a group of people. This Queen of Wands feels very challenging, I guess is the best word to say it without being too judgmental. But this person feels like she's trying to manipulate a situation. She's trying to get things to go her way. I'm not sure things are going her way, however. She might think that. She might think she's getting her way, but I don't think that they are. I think she's trying to convince other people within this group dynamic of something, and maybe convince them of her perspective, her opinions. Trying to convince other people that she's right, that she's got the answers. I'm not getting a super clear message right now, Taurus. I have to be honest, and I'm a little confused about these two queens over here because I'm thinking it could be the same person. I think this person sees this Queen of Wands for who she is. I think she has an understanding of the type of person that she is. I think they have a connection, though. I think that she feels love for this Queen of Wands. This feels like it could be a friendship, family situation. I think this Queen of Pentacles has love for this Queen of Wands, but I also think that she might be creating some distance between her and this queen by kind of stepping away from this conflict that's being created within this group dynamic, and I believe it's been created by this Queen of Wands. And I think that this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, has distanced herself because she has passion, she has compassion for this Queen of Wands. She might have passion too. It could be a romantic connection. I can't tell one way or the other. It could potentially be any kind of relationship. But I think that she does have compassion for her, but she sees what she's doing within this group dynamic and this conflict she's creating, and she's kind of stepping away from the situation to avoid maybe involvement or getting in the middle. It's hard for me to tell exactly what's going on within this group dynamic and why these people are responding to each other in the way that they are. Let's get some more cards on the table, Taurus, and see if we can't clear this up a little bit. So we have Justice, Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse, clarifying this Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, clarifying the Queen of Cups. Page of Cups again in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Three of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So I think that this Queen of Pentacles and this Queen of Cups is the same person. And I think that this Queen of Cups is trying to make a decision. I feel like she sees that this Queen of Wands is in the wrong. Whatever it is that she's doing within this group dynamic, she's wrong. And I feel like she's trying to manipulate a situation, or I feel like she's trying to convince others of something. But she's wrong. I don't know what she's trying to convince others of, but she's wrong. And I think that she thinks that she is convincing others. I think that she thinks she has the upper hand here. I think that her perception is, I'm winning this fight. I've got everything under control here. Things are moving in the direction that they need to move. For me. This Queen of Cups has compassion and love for this Queen of Wands, but she can't side with her. So it feels like she's kind of politely stepping away from the situation. I don't know if she's actually done this or not. It feels like she's trying to make this decision. I think that she thinks, well, I can side with this Queen of Wands and support her, or I can step away from this conflict and remain neutral, which I feel like is probably what her choice is going to be. I think this Queen of Wands would like this Queen of Cups support, but I don't think she's getting it, because I think that this Queen of Cups sees clearly what's going on within the situation. And I think that this has happened before. I think that this Queen of Cups feels very, very grounded, very aware. She feels very intuitive. She's also one of those people, this Queen of Wands is lucky to have her in her life. She's one of those people that is very loyal, loving, no matter what. I mean, she might have somebody in her life, for example, who's making a huge, giant mistake. And this Queen of Cups can see what's going on very clearly, but instead of being judgmental, she's supportive and loving. But I think that she sees that this Queen of Wands is making another mistake, or making a mistake. It feels like it's something that's happened in the past. And instead of siding with her, she's kind of remaining neutral, or kind of just stepping away from the situation. She's not extending her loyalty to this Queen of Wands or to the other side, if there is another side. It feels like there's some kind of conflict again. This Queen of Wands could be fighting with somebody within this group dynamic. There's definitely too a sense of something not being fair, or something not being balanced, or something not being right. There's something unfair about this conflict. And I do feel like this Queen of Cups feels like she could be in the middle. But I think she feels like she's in the middle because she knows this Queen of Wands is wrong, or she is misinformed, or she is misguided. And instead of supporting her and siding with her, she's kind of stepping away from the situation. And that's why I think she's also this Queen of Pentacles. She's stepping out of the situation. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright would be somebody who's very nurturing and loving, somebody who puts others first, a mothering type figure. Very maternal energy. She's in the reverse. She's not supporting this Queen of Wands in that way, giving her that kind of emotional mothering support. I don't feel like she feels like she has an ability to convince this Queen of Wands otherwise, or try to guide her in a different direction. So instead of, being that mothering individual who might see her child doing something wrong, and instead of admonishing her and trying to get her to see where she's wrong or where she made a mistake, she's just like stepping back and allowing things to play out the way they need to play out, so that this Queen of Wands can learn on her own. That's what I feel. And this does feel like something that's occurred in the past. With this Ten of Swords in reverse, to me that's something that's a reoccurring event. Something possibly that this Queen of Wands didn't learn. She didn't learn her lesson from like the first go around, or the first time around that this occurred. And so it's happening again. And I think this is frustrating for this Queen of Cups. I think she's frustrated because she'd like to see this Queen of Wands gain an understanding of what her actions and her words are doing in this situation, what she's creating. And she's creating problems within this group dynamic. Let's get this last round of cards out, Taurus. Let's see what else we got. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, this time in the reverse, the Tower in reverse, Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse this time, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this set of cards kind of confirmed what I've been seeing, but I do feel like this is definitely a group dynamic. Could be family. This is my family card, Ten of Pentacles. It also indicates abundance, legacy, that kind of thing. But I do feel like this is a group dynamic that you're dealing with, Taurus. And I think that this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles feels like the central figure in this reading. Feels like the main character, I should say. And so I feel like I'm reading for her, not this Queen of Wands, but you could be either one of these energies. This Queen of Wands is she's got really, really strong negative energy coming off of her. And whatever she's doing is creating a lot of grief and a lot of conflict within this group dynamic. And again, I feel like she's trying to convince others of something, or she's trying to get her way. I think she thinks that she's succeeding, but that is not the case. I think that there could be other people involved in this situation similar to this Queen of Cups, who has kind of just decided to take a step back from the situation. Instead of lending support to this Queen of Wands, adding fuel to the fire, if you will, I think that this Queen of Cups, and then again, I feel like there could be others that have kind of stepped back from the situation and are kind of letting they're allowing things to transpire the way they need to in order for this Queen of Wands to ultimately learn a lesson, I think, more than anything else. she's making a big mistake, and I think this Queen of Cups is allowing her to make this mistake with the intention that, or with the hope that she will learn from it and maybe grow from it, and again, maybe, you know, come out the other end better for it. You can cause problems for other people. You can cause conflict. You can make mistakes. You can make poor choices and poor decisions in your life. But if you're able to learn from your mistakes and ultimately recover from your mistakes and grow from your mistakes by changing, you know, who you are, how you act, how you behave, how you interact with others, then it actually can become it turn into a positive situation for you, right? That's if you learn from your mistakes. And I think that's what this Queen of Cups is hopeful for, that this conflict will result in some growth for this Queen of Wands. Again, she feels a little bit maternal to me, this Queen of Cups, but she is not acting in that manner. It's a little bit of a tough love scenario, I guess, is the best way to describe it. She's using a little bit of tough love with this Queen of Wands so that she can learn from her mistakes and grow from them. And that's not a bad thing. Now, let's go ahead and say you're the Queen of Wands, Taurus. And often when I do these kind of readings, I don't necessarily feel like someone who's in this kind of energy is watching tarot and trying to determine if they're making mistakes or if they should change direction or do something different. I feel like this Queen of Wands is deep into whatever it is she's doing, and I don't necessarily feel like she's looking to change at this point in time. So I don't feel like the Queen of Wands would be watching this reading. But if you are the Queen of Wands, first of all, kudos to you, because if you're watching a tarot reading to try to improve, you know, what's going on in your life, that's not a bad thing. I would suggest to you that you are on the wrong path right now, that you may feel like you have the upper hand and people are agreeing with you, convinced of your opinions, taking your side, that kind of thing. That's not the case. It might be your perception because you're trying to convince yourself more than anything else, but that is not the case. I don't think that you are necessarily seeing the bigger picture. I don't necessarily think that you are absorbing responses or reactions regarding your behavior, your communication. I don't think that you're really seeing that right now because you want to convince yourself that you're in the right, and people are not seeing it that way. If you're this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, I absolutely believe you're making the right decision, especially if you want to maintain this connection with this Queen of Wands. If this is a child or, you know, a close friend or family member that, you know, you want to continue to have a relationship with, then you're making the right choices by not just taking their side because of your relationship with them and because they expect you to support them, but you're making the decision to step back and use the tactic of tough love to allow this person to experience what they need to experience, which is the outcome of whatever it is that they've created for themselves within this group dynamic, this conflict that they've created. And I do believe that this Queen of Wands is responsible for whatever conflict's going on here. So I'm going to take this card, and we have the Seven of Air, which is the Seven of Swords. And this particular card, Seven of Air, is actually quite different from the Seven of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So I'm going to read it from the book for you. Taurus, and then we're going to wrap this up. It's about a page and a third or so. And here we go, Taurus. The Seven of Air symbolizes the realms of spiritual belief, religious practice, and personal dogma, and the influence they have upon how we perceive the world around us. Spiritual belief can make our lives feel complete, make us healthier, happier, kinder, and more compassionate people, and yet it can also place us at odds with others and start wars, both global and personal. It can bring peace and a healthy sense of well-being, or it can literally place you in harm's way and tear your world and life to pieces. Spiritual belief in the form of religion has, throughout the centuries, been one of the root causes of almost all human conflict, and it is still one of the leading causes of bloodshed in our modern world. There are many who subscribe to the belief that embracing a spiritual path is different to following one of the many organized religions, but consider this. Whether you subscribe to a religion or have a more organic spiritual ideology or even subscribe to atheism, all involve following a personal dogma that can be orthodox and rigid or expansive and accepting. To believe in a religion to embrace a spiritual path, or none at all, is no different energetically than believing that one political party is better than another, or that a vegan diet is better than one that includes meat and animal products, or that your favorite sports team is the best sports team. All forms of belief can lead to peace and healthy sense of well-being, or to extreme and fundamentalist behavior. All paths can be born of independent knowledge and understanding, indoctrination, or a mix of both. Each choice, even the choice not to believe in the divine, requires that you believe in something, even if that something is that a belief in anything other than our physical reality is a symptom of a deranged mind. The Seven of Air reminds us that all personal dogma and spiritual dogma can give rise to an open mind or a closed one to varying degrees. Each path contains core beliefs that won't be changed or cannot be changed, because to do so would make them something other than the beliefs they are meant to be subscribed to. Therefore, it matters not what you believe in, but how you choose to live and express that belief. How does what you believe on a spiritual level influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions? Does it make you kinder and more understanding of those who are different, or does it inspire a feeling of superiority that you are right and that your way is the only way? That's that Queen of Wands, her intention. Does your spiritual path inspire you to lift people up and brighten their day, or does it inspire you to think less of others or pity them because their ignorance damns them to some imagined hell or purgatory? What are you willing to give up to lose because of how and what you believe in? What does your spiritual path or personal dogma bring into your life? The Seven of Air symbolizes an opportunity to look closely at your thoughts and behavior and to contemplate whether they serve to make you a better person or serve to make you more critical and rigid. That was a perfect card for this reading, because it actually cleared up to me what's going on here a little bit more with this Queen of Wands. I think that she's so rigid in her thinking that she's trying to convince others that her opinions are the correct opinions and that she's right. And maybe she is causing conflict because she's criticizing others that surround her, who don't think like her, who don't have opinions like her. And it's causing conflict because she wants to be right and she's not. And she's judging others because they don't think and believe the way she thinks and believes. And I think this Queen of Cups is doing exactly what she needs to do. And instead of judging her, instead of treating her the way this Queen of Wands is treating others, she's stepping back from the situation and allowing this Queen of Wands to make her mistakes, to say what she wants to say, do what she wants to do, influence other people the way she wants to influence them, and then she has to face the ultimate, she has to face the results of her actions, the consequences of her actions and her words. And I think that's exactly what this Queen of Cups is doing, and I think that's a perfect way to handle this situation, because people like this are not going to be convinced by your words. They don't believe that you're right. They believe that they're right. They have to learn from their own mistakes. And this Queen of Wands is just rigid in her beliefs and thinks that she's right. She's not. She's making some big mistakes. But she's lucky. She's lucky to have this individual in her life, because this individual might help her come around and see her mistakes. and then fix them. And then ultimately transform into a better person because she can learn from her mistakes. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to leave that here. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want to. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, Taurus. Bye.